Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're now going to talk about how to import and export data from Excel. Now, this is important because programs like MATLAB, SolidWorks, PDF files, HTML, web pages, etc. You're going to be working with a lot of different programs, computer programs, throughout your career. So you need to know how to get from one computer program to another computer program, to move data from one to the other, so that you can work on it in whatever tool works best for you. And it's a productivity issue. Get data from one to another. So that's what we're going to talk about. And it'll be the last topic in Excel that we're going to talk about. There are other topics in your book that could be very interesting. Working with matrices. We're going to work with MATLAB for matrices, but Excel can do it. It's clumsier, which is why we're not covering it in Excel. There's just a couple MATLAB things we're going to go through before the semester ends. And let's see, solving simultaneous equation. The solver, which solves equations that are nonlinear, which can be very tricky. For example, theta equals cosine theta. You can't solve that algebraically. You've got to have some sort of algorithm to solve it. And so, yeah, check out, just preview the future chapters of the book. The math is more advanced than what this course offers. So that's why we're not showing you how to do it in Excel, but just realize your book is a resource to go to. Okay, with that being said, let's move on to transferring data. Now, the first thing I want to do is show you what's called a comma-separated values data file. Let's see, let's get it a little bit bigger view so you guys might be able to see it better on a video. Come on, Word. Okay. So we have numerical values separated by the commas, 3 columns, 1, time in seconds, column 1, voltage in volts, column 2, capacity, and title. This is the title. This column is being used for the title. So it doesn't have any data in it. It just has a 1 column, 2 columns, or excuse me, 1 comma, 2 commas, and then nothing for a third. If we only had 2 columns of data, then the ending comma would be missing. So this last comma is telling the computer program that there are 3 columns of data, and the header row does have a third column. Okay, now with that being said, let's go figure out how to bring it into Excel. Now, CSV is particularly easy with Excel, comma-separated values. You even have a little Excel icon in your operating system. Double-click it. It'll just pop right open in Excel, exactly the way you want it. Give it a little time for the computer to munch on this. I can do read only, yes. Sometimes this happens. The file's already open in Word. I can't modify it. Okay, just bring it in read only. I can save it as a different name if I really wanted to. I don't have to. Now, you'll notice it's not, the columns are not auto-fitted when it brings it in. Let's go ahead and auto-fit it so you can see things easier. And maybe a little bit bigger. There it is. So it comes in. That's what a comma-separated value file looks like in Excel. It just comes straight in, just as an Excel spreadsheet. When you look at it in Microsoft Word, though, you can see the commas. Okay, so that's importing that data file. Let's take a look at another data file. Oops. Oh, no, I wanted to stay in Word. There we go. Open and one of these should be tab delimited text, and I forgot which one. So the file I'm interested in isn't listed here, and this is a good exercise just to go find files that you might need, and also some of the weirdness that happens with Word. So go to the browse, click the browse. So I'm in the right folder that I want, but the file's still not listed there. Here's the trick. You got to drop down this menu and select all files, or I know it's a text file, so let's type text and see these are all the text files. This is my tab delimited text right here, data for graphing. That's the file I was looking for earlier. Let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, now you'll notice this little paragraph mark. That means it's showing invisible characters. This is the invisible character for a tab. So if I turn it off, this is what Notepad would see. This is what, if you open it up with WordPad and other things, you wouldn't see it with the arrows. The arrows indicate it's tab, so this is tab delimited. Now let's bring that one into Excel. This one's not quite as easy as double clicking. I need to go back to Excel. There. I need to open this up. Open. And now I've got to browse for my tab delimited text. There it is. This time the file was listed in Excel. Why it wasn't listed in Word, I don't know. So click on it, and then you'll get an import wizard. Okay, read only, just like before. This time we'll get an import wizard. Now, this should be tabbed, it's delimited. Excel is going to try to do its best guess on what the data looks like. It thinks it's delimited, and my data does have header rows. This gives you a preview of what it looks like, so you can take a look just to make sure everything's working okay. Next. Aha, there it is. It guesses tab delimited. You have other choices, including anything you want. If somebody does something weird, and I can scan my data and can say, oh yeah, you know what, this looks okay. This looks good. It looks like it's coming through okay. Yes. Looks like all the data is coming through okay. Click next. And then general is fine. You can change your formatting, the column formats, and then finish. And it will look just like the data we had before. Just like the other one. And let's home auto fit so you can see it. Okay, it comes in. Oops, I don't want to auto fit just that one. I want to auto fit the whole thing. There. Voila, just like before. Except it's a little different zoom. That's fine though. That's okay. So the rest of the file types we're going to go through are going to be very similar to importing the tab delimited file. So we'll go through those. I'm going to stop the video now. We'll go through those next.